210 courses schedule number 2. There are a total of number of courses you have to take labeled from 0 to number of courses minus 1. You are given an array of prerequisite where prerequisite A and B is prerequisite of A. So we should take course B before taking course A and return the ordering of courses you should take to finish all the courses. And if you cannot finish all the courses, return an empty array. And there are different ways, there might be different ways to finish all the courses. It doesn't matter, any of them can be the right answer. So as you see here, like the first example, for taking course A, we need to take course 0. So first we are going to return course 0 and then we can take course A. For this one, we need to take course 0 to be able to take course 1 and 2, and we need to take course 1 and 2 before taking course 3. So this is what we are going to return. We say you need to take course 0 and then 2 and 1, and then you can take course 3. You can also take course 0, 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter, they are both the right answer. And if the number of courses is 1 and there is no prerequisite, you can just take that course which is going to be starting from 0, right? So we are going to return 0. To solve this problem, what we need to do, we are going to solve it in 3 steps. The first step is we need to make a hash map from the prerequisite list that we have. Hash map from prerequisites, right? That we have this is how it works. The key is going to be the prerequisite course, and the value is going to be the courses that we can take after taking this prerequisite course, right? This is going to be the dictionary. This is the key, this is the value. And then we need to find the starting point. Find the starting point, or find the courses with no prerequisites, right? We should find the courses with no prerequisite. Let's say, let me explain it with this example. Let's say this is the prerequisite that we have, right? And as you see here, for taking course 0, we don't have any prerequisite. So this is the starting point that we need to find. We can also have something like this. So we can have course, like we have 5 courses, right? And as you see here, course 4 has no prerequisite as well. So the courses that they don't have any prerequisite are going to be taken at first because they are prerequisite of other courses. How can we find them? We are going to have a list that we store the number of prerequisite each course has, and we can use that later. I will explain it in more details. So, and the third step is going to be, we are going to traverse the graph, and we find we make the order list and build the order list. Okay, let's see how we can do that. The first thing is we need to have a hash map, right? I'm going to call it graph, and I'm going to use default dictionary, and I'm going to have a list. The reason is, like, some courses, we said it's going to be the prerequisite course, like 0 here, and the courses 1 and 2. So we needed to have a list. And also we are going to have an order list. This is the result that we are going to return. Also, we are going to have a queue that I'm going to use deck here, and we are going to, whenever we find a starting point, we put that starting point there so we can move forward step by step using this queue. So you will see in more details. And also we are going to have the number of prerequisite each course has. This way we can find the starting point, right? And we assume all the courses, they don't have any prerequisite. There is no prerequisite for the courses, right? We assume all the courses can be taken just with no prerequisite, right? This is how we start. Now let's build the hash map. For building the hash map, we are going to say for the source and destination. The source is the course that we can take, and destination is the prerequisite, right? In prerequisites, right, we are going to traverse, we are going to iterate over this list, right? And we are going to say graph, and the key, as I mentioned here, is going to be the prerequisite course, which is destination here dot append source. Also, we are going to build the number of prerequisite here as well. So number of prerequisite for that source minus plus equal 1, right? So let's see what we get from this. Print graph, and let's print number of prerequisites. Okay. Let's run this code and see what we get. Okay, so this example is wrong. Let me put it here and let's run the code. There we go. So this is the graph that we got. This is the graph. Graph is going to be something like this. And this is the prerequisite, the number of prerequisite that we just built. Okay, so now we see for taking course 1 and 2, we need to take course 0. For taking course 3, we need to take course 1. For taking course 3, we need to take course 2. And as the question has suggested, the labels are start from 0 to number of courses minus 1. So this is for course 0. As you see here, we don't have any prerequisite to take. For course 1, we need to take 1 course. For course 2, we need to take 1 course. And for course 3, we need to take 2 courses, right? So we are going to use this here. Now let's start. Let's find the starting point and the courses that have no prerequisite. We say for I in range the number of courses, we say if number of prerequisite at that index is equal to 0, which means that course has no prerequisite. We are going to add it to the queue, right? There we go. And then we are going to say while queue, we are going to pop that course from the queue from the left side, and then we are going to add that to the order. This is the final result that we are going to return. And also we check for that course that didn't have any prerequisite if there are other courses that we can take after taking this course. We are going to say for next course in graph of the course, we are going to say number of prerequisite minus equal 1, and then we check when the course has no more prerequisite, then we can add that to the queue. So we're going to say if the number of prerequisite for that course, for the next course, is equal to 0, then we are going to add it to the queue. So what is happening here is first we start from the course that doesn't have any prerequisite, right? We pop it from here. So 0 is going to be added to the queue at this step, and then we are going to pop it and we are going to add it to the order. And then we check the keys, which is going to be 1 and 2. We go to the number prerequisite, we deduct from this one until it reaches to 0, which means there is no more prerequisite to take. And what we are going to do, we are going to add that to the queue. 1 is going to be added to the queue. Let's say queue 1 is added. When it is equal to 0, then it's going to be added to the queue, right? And when it's added to the queue, we are going to pop it from the queue and add it to the order. 1 is added here, and then also 2 is going to be added to the queue, and then it's going to be popped and added to the order, and then it's going to be 3 added to the queue, and we iterate until this is going to be 0. We iterate until these are going to be 0, right? We deduct from them until there is 0, and then when it is 0, we are going to add it, pop it from the queue and add it to the list. And the time complexity for this is v plus e, which is going to be the number of vertices plus the number of edges, and the space complexity is v plus e as well, because we are using the queue and the graph to store these values.